These are the three biggest mistakes you make when starting a business. Number one, looking for money to start. Most people, when they want to start their business, projects, organization, whatever they want to start, they think more people are successful because they had money to start, and they are less successful because they don't have money to start. Let me give you a bit of words. The word capital comes from the Latin word capit, which means head, or it denotes the use of your head. You understand? If you actually go and talk to people who are in their business and all that, they can tell you, if they're honest enough, they can tell you when they started, if they had money, they invested that money in the wrong things, bought the wrong materials without understanding the market, and eventually wasted it, most of them. Then they had to figure out ways to stay afloat, which means they could have done the same thing without the money in the first place. What is my point? My point is saying that I need money to start, I'm looking for someone to invest and all that. All that are just excuses that are stopping you from achieving and starting something you want to start. Why? Because if you get a loan, it means you're starting. Let's say you want to start a business for something else. Let's just say you want to sell chickens, you want to do farming and all that, and you borrow $2,000. It means when you start your project like from zero, you're not starting from zero like other people. You're starting from minus 2,000. So if something bad happens, it means, or maybe the market does not want that at that moment, or there's a huge delay, or something comes up, which is mostly the time, which is mostly something that happens. It means you have to pay back the 2,000 before you can start another project. Because why? You've introduced another party to the cake. So saying that you need capital or money to start actually works against you more than for you. Because if you then lose that money, you start in minus. But if you create strategies and you learn and come up with ideas and sit down and think about it and come up with whatever profit you come up with, revenue or whatever you generate, you are then able to use that money to reinvest in your business. And you are not bothered if you lose any of it or something goes wrong, because that money, you never had it in the first place. So any amount you get is a gain, from $2 to 10,000 to 100,000 to $1 million. Saying I need money to start or capital is one of the big reasons why you are not starting. It's causing a delay, it's causing you to doubt yourself, and it's causing a whole lot of negative things to get a hold of you. So remove this in your mind and say, I don't need money to start. I'm going to figure out a way to start anyway. Whether I have the money, whether I don't, I'm going to start anyway. Remember to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And also to hit the bell notification to get notified every time we post a new video. Back to the video. Point number 2, looking for support from friends, family, and peers. Most people, when they are doing their business, or when they started their business or their shop, organization, whatever they are into, the first thing they will do is to think the people around me should support me. You understand? There are some people, friends of mine, and some other people I have had the pleasure to talk to, and they always have the same common things in the beginning, when they're saying that my parents should support me, my friends should do this, my sister, my brother, my this. You see, when you're doing a business, or when you have a project or a store, whatever you are into, you have to understand one thing, that the mindset that you need for you to succeed, to thrive, to survive, and also dominate and conquer, is to make a decision and make up your mind and understand that you are alone in this. When I say you're alone in this, what I mean is, don't expect anyone to come and save you. Don't expect anyone to come and help you. It is good if they do help you. It is good if they do invest or buy the first product and all that. But if you go in the mindset expecting for people to help you, you're going to start your business on clutches. on a wheelchair or on life support, you're not going to start strong. But if you start expecting no help at all, no charity, saying, I'm going in this head first and I'm going to do what I'm going to do to figure this thing out, you have an advantage of confidence that whoever you sell to, you won't need. Because I'll give you an example. If you rely mentally, it kind of gives you a mindset like those students would have, or a child would have, that if they get stuck, I'll call my parents, I'll call my lecturer, I'll call this. It creates a subconscious mind of dependency. And if you have that subconscious mind of dependency, you are unable to dominate the market, to provide a worthy product. Because you don't understand subconsciously that it's up to you, so your product will end up being average or subpar. But if you understand that everything I'm going to do is based on me, I am all I've got, I'm all I need, you will be able to do your best things, your best effort, your best product, your best service, because you know that if I don't do it, no one will do it. So my productivity and my maximum effort is what will get me my maximum results. So you know that I'm going to do everything I need to do to get it done. So this point speaks to your mindset, your subconscious mind. It helps you remove that sort of like lingering dependency, where you think that my parents should give me a helping hand, or my brother should talk to his friends and all that. If you make up a mind and say, if these bonds don't help me, I'll go out of my family and go out to the world, in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, in Namibia, in Canada, in Britain, in Brazil, wherever you're from. If you think global, if you think international, if you think beyond just your boundaries, you'll be able to see that your mindset will be sharp. Even when you experience like delays or hindrances or kind of complications, you're able to think around them. You're able to keep your composure. Why? You know that you're all you have got. You're not depending on anyone for anything. And if something's going to happen, if you're going to get successful, it's based on this project that you're doing. So it means you develop the things that you need in business, like tunnel vision. You become fast, you become efficient, you develop boldness. All of these things are tied to when you understand that I've cut off dependency. I don't need these people per se. I can advertise to them, but I'll do it the same way a store would advertise to anyone. I'll treat them the same way a business treats its clients. You now understand that you're no longer just dealing with the family, someone who will support for just because, but they will like your product because of the product, of the service, not because of your relationship. And that is very important. And if you do, and you create this dependency, you might actually delay yourself for even months or years even without doing anything, because you're thinking, I'm waiting for their support, I'm waiting for their input. But if you make up your mind and say, I'm the man, I am the woman, I am the one who to make it happen, you will see results and you see changes, and you will be able to successfully avoid this mistake. Point number 3 of the 3 biggest mistakes you do when you're starting a business or your organization, store, whatever you're into. Delaying. Yes, arguably, I think this is one of the most important of the 3, because delaying can cost you a whole lot of things. The best way to describe the consequences of delay is domino effect. So when the moment you delay, it knocks on another thing until one delay can cause the success, the failure of the whole project. And I'll give you an example. Many people, when they are dealing with clients, even yourself, if you go to a restaurant and all that, if there's a lot of delays in when you order or when you are being served and all that, it can annoy you and you can leave. That's just a simple example. But when you're now dealing with a huge project, like we're doing with the building and the construction of huge apartment blocks, delays actually costs the contractors more money actually up as per the contract. If you are doing it professionally, you understand that delays actually cost them more money because of inflation and many other miscellaneous costs. But also in the contract, it actually says that if you don't end by this day or within this amount of days, they start taking that out of your fee, or you start paying the client that amount. So delay on any level is terrible, whether they're dealing with the client personally or you're dealing with projects. So delaying, what you need to understand, the thing about delay that is not explicit but implicit, is that if you delay to start your business, if you delay to do a thing, or whatever you delay to do, there's always going to be a fixed amount of time that you need to deal with. What is this fixed amount of time? The fixed amount of time where people gain the information about your business, get to trust your business, they need about maybe a week or months or 2 months or 3 months. So if you delay, you also delay that process. No matter when you start your business, this period is always going to be there where people get to know your business, where your business, like when you enter the market, they say this business is just 1 month old, 2 months old. You need that time for the clients, for them to trust you, for them to see that they've known your business, for the people to see that you're reliable, or for them to just say, if you're a supplier, they want you to be in the market for 1 year. It depends on what you're selling or what you're supplying. Sometimes for 2 months, sometimes for even 3 years or 5 years. So whenever you decide to start, you have to always have that time included or accounted for. So the moment you delay, you are pushing this amount of time, and this amount of time, when you push it, is going to waste more time in the future. So let's say if you don't start now and you start 2 months later, it's going to be 2 months plus that time. If you start next year, it's that year, next year plus that time. So whatever time you start, know that you're going to take more time. You understand? So if you're planning to be successful by the end of this year, you can't start in November, because you need that time to kind of gain momentum in your business. So delaying has that implied disadvantage. But another disadvantage that delay comes with, if a client comes to you, like most high value clients to medium level clients, they require you to be prompt. They always look at response times. They're always looking at how long it takes to deliver, how long your service is, how much time they will need to invest or to wait. The more you reduce that time, the more you'll be favored, even though your competitor has a better service, better products, better things. If you cut your time even by half, clients will tend to prefer you, because most clients are impatient, or most clients have a deadline. So even if the product is good, if the time is too long, they'll prefer the quickest one to get whatever they want done to be done. So if you fix the issue of delay, you can give yourself a lot of advantage in the market, service industry, whatever you're doing, if you work with time. I think it's Elon Musk who's in favor of, if you have, like, let's say a week to do something, cut it in half. If you have a day to do something, cut it in half. Any amount of time you've given yourself to do something, cut that time in half, and you'll see how efficient you are. You understand? So it is very important to think and understand time, and know that if you take advantage of it, you can gain a comparative advantage over your competitors. But also, if you are oblivious or ignorant to the fact, you can lose a whole lot because of it. So delaying is arguably one of the most important of the three.